How's it going, everyone? It's your girl, Rocket Gal, and I did some compiling work for the latest Jujutsu Legend 7 results. I want to take a closer look at the results because, it was pretty interesting this year, to say the least, in terms of voting volume and placements and all that stuff. And I want to take a closer look at it, so, that's what this video is for. So, yeah, I compiled all the votes for Jujutsu Legend 6 and Jujutsu Legend 7 here, all the way to George from last year and Alder from this year. I don't even know who Alder is. That shows how much of a Fire Emblem fan I am. So yeah, I compiled that, their votes, their placements, compiled some like placement changes and vote changes. We'll go over that a little bit, but I got a number of things I want to talk about. So first of all, a lot of people have been speculating that the voting volume has gone way down this year, and yeah, it's not just like a trick of the eye or anything, or maybe it's like more people are voting broadly, and so therefore the top people aren't getting as much votes. No, it seems as low as it seems to be. So last year there was about a total of 600k votes. Now it's about 430k. That's quite a big dip. Hold on, I'll just do a quick calculation here. Okay, that's about a negative 30% drop. That is not an insignificant amount, honestly. So I don't know if it being early this year caught some people off guard and people didn't vote as much, or maybe Fire Emblem Heroes is dying. I kind of doubt that, or maybe it is, I don't know. But those are the numbers, and I wanted to look at just the top 20 votes of the top 20 of people who placed, and the votes are also quite a big drop as well. Take a look here. Yeah, this is even bigger, a much bigger drop, negative 35%. So that's pretty huge. Looks like the yeah, it's not just a coincidence or anything. It's a pretty big drop. Yeah, we look at numbers here, like Robin doesn't even hit 20k, whereas but gets first place, and then Female Byleth last year got 4th place and has over 20,000. Even Bernadetta last year got more votes. Felix also did. So that's just kind of insane. I don't think a lot of people expected that. So yeah. Next, I wanted to go over some of the some statistics. So you can see that last year the average vote that each character that even got votes to begin with, was 738, whereas this year is 512. So quite a bit lower. And again, maybe it's like something to do with like maybe the idea was, oh, maybe more the votes are spreading out more or something, where like right, like even maybe Male Robin didn't get as many votes, but maybe it just means that everyone else got a bunch of votes as well, you know. So maybe the votes are just spread out more, but that doesn't really seem to be the case, because if you calculate a standard deviation for Jujutsu Legend 6, it was so much higher. So it's not the case of the votes being spread out. The fact of the matter is, a lot less people have voted for Jujutsu Legend 7, which is kind of unfortunate. Again, this probably has to do with the fact that it took place earlier or something, but even then, that's kind of rough. In terms of the median, last year was 192. 192 coincides with placement 343, so units like Hell, Lilith, Nana, and Candace. I don't know who voted for Candace. I didn't vote for Candace. So yeah, there's that. Whereas for this year, the median votes was 127, which coincides with placement 307, which is Gi, Naga, and Shigure. So that's a bit interesting. Again, a lot lower vote here, vote count at least. So again, that's pretty interesting. Not exactly good. Again, maybe they should have waited for Engage to come out, but who knows. Anyways, next thing I wanted to go through are some of the biggest drops in terms of placements and votes. So let's go through the placements first. Alright, so here are the characters that drop the most in terms of placements. So you can see here, well, wait, hold on, just one second. Okay, cool. So what I have here are the placement changes and what their Choose Your Legend 6 placement was. One to look at here first is with Tizia. She dropped 173. She cracked the top 100 last time, and now she is not even in top 200. So that's kind of rough for her. Looks like Dwyer dropped a decent amount too. This is probably because he was added in December, so all the Dwyer fans probably like, he's in the game now, so we don't really need to vote for him anymore. Again, Sane, Tina, Nina, or I guess Nina, I guess that's how we pronounced it. Gonzalez. I don't remember when Gonzalez was added. I thought that was like 2 years ago, so I'm not sure why his placements dipped so much. But whatever. Kent, again. A lot of these units have been added. Brigand Boss, he used to be a meme, now he's in the game somehow. Karagi, Mathis, I'm not sure about Lloyd. I'm not sure why he is dropping so much all of a sudden. I know he's not the best looking guy in the game, but like, I don't know why he would be dropping. But yeah, interesting to see some of the biggest drops in terms of placements. This is not indicative of the vote count. So why don't we take a look at the changes in votes. Okay, so here are the units that dropped the most in terms of the vote change, and surprisingly, here is Felix, who dropped a decent amount. He dropped almost 3,000 votes, despite actually going up in 2 placements. I get the feeling that what happened was a lot of people were kind of complacent about Felix votes. They just thought, oh, he's a shoo-in for sure. You know, he did so well that maybe I'll throw in a vote here or there for some other people. That might be that's my guess as to why he didn't win Choose Your Legends for the male side of things in the first place. Although it is interesting, again, that he actually went up in placements despite going down. But again, sometimes it do be like that sometimes. He did get a lot of votes the last time. So when compared to like the average votes of last time, it's still like about the same, honestly. Just because if you think about it, we got most characters got a lot less votes this time around. So even though this number is smaller, it's probably pretty comparable. You can see Bernadetta dropped over 5,000 votes, and she actually went down, which is interesting. I guess again, similar to Felix, people were probably really complacent about Bernadetta, thinking that she was going to win. But again, also she's probably like these votes are probably very comparable when you consider the fact that Choose Your Legend 6 had way more votes overall compared to Choose Your Legend 7. So that's something to think about. Azura went down by quite a lot as well, dropping almost 3,000 votes, but also going up by 2. Hilda, that was a big drop. I think Hilda actually has the biggest drop in votes. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, you can see here, it checks out here. She had over 13,000 votes, dropped down to 7,000 about. So that is a huge drop. I don't know, maybe the Hilda fans just kind of ran away, or I don't know who they voted for. Maybe they just kind of all died out or something, or they just quit the game. That might be it. I have no idea. Or maybe it has something to do with the fact that she got an Ascended alt last year, so they were like, okay, we have enough Hilda, so maybe we don't necessarily need a brave one, but it's still kind of strange to me. My boy Yuri dropped quite a bit of votes as well. That kind of hurts my feelings, but he still did pretty well overall. He only dropped 2 placements. Dorothea dropped by a decent amount. It seems like a lot of Three Houses characters are dropping. So, yeah, Dorothea dropped pretty big, dropping 3,000 votes, but dropping way more than Hilda in terms of placement at 7. So that's huge. Again, another weird thing is here's Annette, who dropped almost 1,000 votes, but dropped 9 placements. That's insane. That's insane. Oh, and by the way, these placements are all combined with male and female. It isn't like she dropped 9 placements for just the females. This is just total. I just want to just elaborate on that. The TMS Tiki, which I don't know much about TMS, but I do know that she dropped almost 1,000 votes, dropped 18 points, or placements, so that kind of sucks. I don't know who Mako is. I think that's another TMS character dropping as well. I think what happened was a lot of TMS fans put a lot of their votes into like a certain number of characters, and they kind of ditched some other ones, so that might be it. Tiki, Arcanea Tiki dropped by quite a lot too. I guess considering that adult Tiki got in as a brave hero, maybe all the other Tiki fans are like, yeah, it doesn't really matter. We don't really care anymore. I don't know. Interesting note, Xander dropped a decent amount, over 1,000, dropping down 24 placements. That's insane. My boy Seth, that's really sad to see, but Seth dropped 925 votes. You never like to see that. Boyd also dropped quite a number of votes. This has got to be because they got alts last year. Same thing with Xander, probably. He got his legendary alt last year, so that's probably why he dropped. I don't know why Abyss Keeper dropped so much. I think it's because Abyss Keeper was first votable in True Legend 6, I think. And back then he was like a fresh meme from Bel Air, but now it's just not that funny anymore. I think we're all scarred from Gatekeeper. I know there's Gatekeeper fans out there, but I certainly didn't vote for him. So yeah, that's pretty, I don't know, I think it's pretty interesting. Okay, well, after looking at that depressing stuff, wanted to take a look at another thing. So Heroes officially has shown us the greatest, like the characters that rose the most in terms of placements, and that's fine and dandy and all, but first of all, they're kind of boring because a lot of those units were like characters that barely got any votes to begin with. I'd rather look at characters that got the most number of votes volume-wise, so let's take a look here. Alright, so it looks like the biggest jump here is Male Robin with 6,800 votes with a jump of 9, so this really helped him clinch out first place. Crazy to see the difference. Honestly, I don't know, like, I always thought the female Robin was more popular, so this kind of surprised me, but hey, I guess Male Robin is a lot more popular than I expected. I don't know. Also, like, I would have thought maybe he didn't, okay, maybe they would have voted for him because female Robin got her rearmed form, so maybe that's why they were like, it doesn't really matter. Byleth Male got a decent number of votes. I guess all the Byleth fans went from female to male, so that might be it. He jumped up by 5 placement points, so that's pretty good. Looks like Sigurd also jumped up by quite a lot too. I guess after Selif won, all the genealogy fans just jumped onto the Sigurd boat. Can't blame them, honestly. Alright, here's something interesting. Alphonse and Sharena actually got pretty decent increases in votes, and Sharena actually had a very impressive jump in placements of 47. That is insane. From not even cracking the top 50 to almost cracking the top 10. I'm impressed. I'm impressed about that, honestly. That one's pretty cool. Again, I don't know why exactly that there was a big jump like that, but I'm not gonna complain about it. I love both of them. Here we have Alicia. I know a lot of people were definitely rooting for her, so I don't find this super surprising. The Black Knight, this one makes sense, although I guess he didn't get as much as he could have just because he got the pretty good winter ult, so that might be it. Here is Leaf. He is another Jugdral protagonist. So yeah, I could see a lot of Thracia fans, a lot of the other Jugdral fans who maybe jumped from the Selif boat onto the Leaf boat. Not sure yet. He did alright. He just barely clinched the top 20. So it's still a long fight to go. I don't know if we'll ever find or get a Brave Leaf, but hey, that going up 35 placements and getting an extra 3,000 votes, that's pretty impressive. Wait, that's actually kind of sad. He had less than 2,000 votes last time. Jeez. Alright, well, next is Tsubasa and Seda, getting an extra 2,000 votes, pretty good. And you can see Itsuki and Chrom also got about 820 extra votes, so it looks like TMS fans are putting more of their eggs into the Tsubasa and Itsuki votes. I guess that makes sense, because they have the highest chance of actually winning it all. Leon from Sacred Stones got an impressive extra 1,000 votes, rising up by 7 points, so pretty good. Male Corrin, yeah, honestly, Male Corrin's definitely the least popular of the Corrins, but he did get a pretty decent jump in votes, so pretty impressive. Actually surprised to not find female Corrin anywhere here. I guess she did pretty well last year, that her jump, she must not have jumped that much in votes, so yeah, I don't know. I'm actually surprised. Where's female Corrin? I guess she's not here. That's insane. Next is Ferdinand von Ayer. He got an impressive 1,400 extra votes, going up by 29 placement changes. That's insane. And I think I might know why, and it's actually really sad. I think it might have to do with the passing of his English voice actor, Billy Commits. And honestly, I was kind of tempted and debating on whether I want to throw a vote to Ferdinand as well in honor of Billy Commits. I didn't, because I put all my eggs in the Takumi basket, but I could see why a lot of people might have voted for Ferdinand, so that could be the reason why. Rest in peace, Billy Commits. And then last to show here is Sonia. I believe that's the morph person from Blazing Blade. She got a pretty good 800 extra votes, rising by 28 placement points. I'm not sure what the deal with that is. Maybe, I don't know, I guess there's some Blazing Blade fans out there, so that must be it. But I don't know. I would think she would have gotten more votes in True Legend 6 or something, but maybe the True Legend 6 jump was also pretty high. I don't know. Oh, one thing I wanted to highlight here is some newcomers. So if you look here, Shez, if you look at these votes. They are almost equal. Only a difference of 34 votes between the male and female Shez. I personally like the male Shez a little more, just because I think Damien Haas did a better job in voice acting, in my opinion, but they're both fantastic. I love both Shezes so fucking much. And it's cool to see that they're doing pretty well. Going from really hated to okay, doing pretty well in the placements. I gotta say that's a pretty good surprise. All right, let's take a look at the Anna votes. So here, they separate out all the Annas separately, just because not all the Annas are the same. And you can see by far the most popular Anna is still Awakening Anna. She is at 18, top 20 still, which is pretty impressive. She actually didn't change any voting placements at all, but she did get an extra 188 votes, so that's pretty good for her. I guess a lot of the Anna fans are putting their hopes into the Awakening Anna basket, because looking at the rest of the vote changes, it's not looking super good. You can see Heroes Anna lost a good chunk of votes there. Fate's Anna, the Six-Fingered Anna, lost almost 100. Three Houses Anna, I'm surprised she's not as popular as she is actually, but she lost 152 votes, actually dropping her down in placements. That's insane. Actually, it's kind of insane that they lost votes, but they went up in placements. Again, it must have to do with the fact that the voting volume is so much lower. And then Radiant Dawn, no one really goes or talks about Radiant Dawn Anna that much. She is pretty unpopular, but she lost 16 votes, so that sucks. And Arcanea Anna, I feel like most people don't even know about this Anna, but lost 100 votes, so not good. I think if you are an Anna fan, I would strongly try to get all the Anna fans to try and put all the votes in the Awakening Anna, because I think all the other Annas are just not cutting it. But hey, vote for whoever you want. I'm not here to judge. Man, I forgot I had this stupid lookup tool. Okay, next thing I wanted to point out was Tiki. No, not that Tiki. Tiki, there's an Arcanea Tiki and a Tiki from TMS. So you can see here that both of them lost decent number of votes. Yeah, we did point this out, but one thing I did want to point out was that it seemed like they kind of switched places in terms of the placement order. So, and I guess votes too. So last year, Looks like Arcanea Tiki was doing a lot better. Okay, maybe not a lot better, just barely better. And now TMS Tiki is now doing just barely better. But looks like both young Tikis aren't super popular, so that's something I just kind of wanted to point out. I probably should have used this lookup tool a little more. Oopsies. Okay, the last thing I kind of wanted to go over was the number of ties that took place, because you know, the votes are gonna have a lot of ties because there's so many people. So in True 6 we had a decent number of ties. I only have the characters that got the top 200, or like got placed in top 200. Otherwise, I would have just listed all the other people that were like getting 1 and 2 votes. I didn't want to do that, so just for top 200, you can see that Ferdinand and Katria tied at 62nd place back then. Sane and Lute at 98. Tabarn, Mitama at 108. Rodrigue and Baruka at 167. We have a 3-way tie with Rebecca, Kent, and Eleonora and Virian at 173. At 180, we have Lewin and Tana. 181, Rutger and Ayaha and Aversa. I don't really know who that is, but they tied, so that's cool. 197, we have Lucius and Karagi, and at 199, just barely making the top 200, is Rickon and Meg. This year, there's a lot more that got ties. I mean, holy crap, guys. So, the top characters that got ties were Shamir and Arcanea Tiki, or Young Tiki. Then we have Seth and Long Ku. These are some very interesting pairings, by the way. Next, we have a 3-way tie with Katarina, Heroes Anna, and Patty. Another 3-way tie between Shannon, Lloyd, and Vake. And right here, right from 148 to 149, we have Cornelia and Tana. Looks like Tana is in another like tie again, although she went up from 180 to 149. Good for Tana. For 151, we have Baruka and May. 153, we have Shersh, and man, I don't know, why is there just a blank nothingness here? I don't know why is Shersh isn't tied with anyone. I don't know. I think there's an error with my code or something. Something weird's going on. All right. 155, we have Saros and Ilyana. 164, we have Seteth and Niffle. 168, we have another 3-way tie with Florina, Gaius, and Thursier. 172, we have Sed and Lucius. 174, another 3-way tie between Arlen, Charlotte, and Lachesis. 177, we have Lucas and Atri. 180, we have Fafnir and Deirdre. 187, another 3-way tie between Raven, Jill, and Flane. 188, we have Laszlo and Triandra. I'm actually kind of not sure whether they should have combined the Laszlo and Inigo. Oh, I can't speak today. Inigo votes, because they're kind of the same character, but they're kind of not. But then again, did they combine the Brigid and... I'm not going to say. I don't want to accidentally spoil someone, but did they not combine the Brigid votes with the other Brigid? So I'm not totally sure about that. Anyways, back on track here, we have Leonardo and Nurgle at 194. When are they going to add Nurgle? That just seems so weird that he's not in the game yet. I don't know, just me? I don't know. 195, we have Ayaha and Aversa again, and Saizo. 196, another 3-way tie between Claire, Har, and the Abyss Keeper. 197, we have Cliff and Setsuna. And finally, just making it at the top 200, we have Eleonora and Virian and Freyr. Didn't Eleonora and Virian... Yeah, they were also tied last time, although they were at 173. So dropping down to 200, that's gotta hurt a little bit. But overall, that's all I wanted to talk about in terms of the Choose Your Legends results. I will probably like post more published results or something after I get after I clean up the results a little more. But this is just the initial like findings and stuff that I kind of wanted to show, because I thought this was kind of cool, you know. And the numbers don't lie. This year the turnout has been pretty bad, or maybe not bad, but just a lot lower. I don't know if Heroes needs to do something, or if we in the community needs to rally up and advertise this stuff more, but yeah, I don't know. Something off is going on in the community, and maybe Engage is gonna bring these numbers back up to its glory days. I kind of doubt it, but you know, a gal can hope, right? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed perusing some of these Choose Your Legends results with me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.